What's good, Commanders fans? Adam Peters makes another free agent signing. He is keeping us very, very, very busy for sure, man. Jeremy Chinn, safety, can play free safety, can play in a box, can play linebacker. They had him playing corner. They had him playing slot. They had him playing a lot of positions. Of course, everybody remembers Jeremy Chinn, that rookie year he had. He had 2 back-to-back defensive touchdowns. That's something that's insane, that's never heard of. This guy had back-to-back defensive touchdowns. When's the last time you've seen somebody do something like that? 2 interceptions his rookie year. He was the runner-up defensive rookie of the year in votes to Chase Young. Second-round pick. Played for Carolina the last couple of years here. We'll look at some of the numbers here for Jeremy Chinn, but he was an impactful player. 6'3", 220 pounds, ran a 4.4 40-yard dash. That rookie year, man, 117 tackles, 107 his sophomore year, 2 touchdowns, 1 sack each year in the league, 5 pass deflections, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, had a pick 6, and also a fumble recovery where he returned it back. Played special teams as well. The guy can do it all, man. A versatile player, and this is what Joe Witt Jr. is looking for. This is basically showing us we're not going to get J-Ron Curse. We're not going to bring back Cameron Curl. This is the guy who basically is going to be his J-Ron Curse, that hybrid linebacker / safety, or his Buffalo nickel positional flex kind of guy who you can send on the blitz, can cover the tight end, can play deep safety as well if you want him to. But looks like Derek Forrest most likely will be doing that. A 1-year, $5 million deal for Jeremy Chinn. This is a solid signing and has familiarity and chemistry with Luvu, the linebacker that we signed from the Carolina Panthers as well. And this is what one GM said, Randy Mueller, had to say about Jeremy Chinn. Don't be discouraged by the lack of numbers. So Jeremy Chinn, his numbers have gone down. He's had a couple injuries. He has a couple stints on injured reserve. You look at the last couple seasons. 2023, played in 12 games, 8 starts. 2022, 11 games, 11 starts. 2021 played in all 16 games. 2020 played in 15 games. So each year his availability has gone down, and some of his production has gone down as well. So Randy Mueller, former NFL GM, said, "Don't be discouraged by the lack of numbers. Chinn can run, he can tackle, and he can close in coverage. He has the range of a free safety, but hits like a Will Backer." He injured his quad and started only 8 games in 2023. The runner-up for Defensive Rookie of the Year in 2020 is a better player than the numbers show for sure. So, and you look at some of the snap counts, and you look at some of the interviews that he had, his exit interviews, he was not happy with his role in Carolina. And I think a guy like Joe Witt Jr., who's a great DBs coach, we'll see how he is a defensive coordinator, I think he can get the best out of Jeremy Chinn and get him in situations where he can go after the football. Now, he is Cam Curl's replacement. We talked about forcing turnovers. He has not forced a lot of turnovers over the years. I guess that's the one knock a little bit on Jeremy Chinn. But you look at this, so his snap counts during his Panthers career, in 2020 he played 97% of the snaps, in 2021 he played 99%, 2022 played 91%, and then in 2023 he played in 39% of the snaps. His role just went down and down, and then he also said his role in the 3-4 scheme last year was not what he expected at all. So he was not happy with his role last year, playing on that defense for the Panthers. And then 2023, playing 459 total snaps in 12 games while also spending time on injury reserve with a quad strain. Of those 459 snaps, 174 of the snaps came on special teams, 14 on the defensive line, 107 in the box. So this guy is a chess piece, man. You can line him up on the blitz and rush the passer. So 14 snaps on the defensive line, 107 in the box, 143 snaps in the slot / apex, 19 wide, wide as a corner, and then 2 as the deep safety. So 2022, he was used 27 in the defensive line, 30 special teams, 174 in the box, 20 as a wide corner, 179 deep safety, 284 as a slot apex. So they were kind of moving him around like as a chess piece. They didn't really find like that one position for him. You can move him around a lot, but let's see what Joe Witt Jr. has planned for him coming up this year for sure. So Jeremy Chinn, 26, played mostly in the box / slot last year, but has played free safety in the past, defensive back depth. So Adam Peters has been super aggressive this free agency, man, and I think he's made some really good moves going after a guy Jeremy Chinn, who showed that he's done a lot. A great tackler as well, great tackler, and then he had the most defensive stops among safety. He was third with 41 in the 2021 season, and then he also had the most tackles for loss with no gain among safeties in the 2021 season with 12. So he's a TFL guy. He can get to the quarterback for sure. Some other things that he's done. You look at some of the advanced numbers as well. Advanced defense, he had a 64% completion percentage allowed, which is pretty good. But the quarterback rating allowed was pretty bad with 132.7 this last season. 68% completion percentage allowed in 2022, and then 93.2 allowed in 2022 as well. So missed tackle percentage of 6.7. So he's a guy that can hit, physical and violent. That's what Dan Quinn wants. So he's a hard hitter. He's a hard hitter, sideline to sideline kind of guy as well. So let's see if we can resurrect his career, man, because he's had a couple of down years these past 2 years, and that's why he went for $5 million. The Eagles, if I'm not mistaken, they got Justin Simmons. So that's a tough signing right there, man. They got a talented player. I got to make sure that's correct, though, because I did see that the Eagles signed him. But let me make sure that's correct, though. But this signing definitely signals that Cam Curl will not be coming back, and that he'll be next to Derek Forrest, Quan Martin, guys like that. Percy Butler still on the roster. So the Philadelphia Eagles are working to get a multi-year deal with free agent safety Justin Simmons. That's the last thing I heard about that. But I think this is a solid signing, man. I think this is a good signing. Getting a versatile guy like a Jeremy Chinn who can play in the box and cover tight ends as well and get to the quarterback and just tackle and just play like a missile out there. We don't want him thinking too much, but he can be the quarterback of the defense out there with Louvu as well. So I think this is a solid signing for sure. All solid signings. Nothing breaking the bank. Not a bunch of superstar guys or big name guys. Just solid guys that I think can come in and fit the scheme. And he also said the report from Jordan Schultz, and this is the thing that Dan Quinn, man, players want to play for Dan Quinn, man. They really do. They want to play for Dan Quinn because the report from Jordan Schultz, it says that he chose the Commanders. He wanted to play for the Commanders because of Dan Quinn. I'm trying to find the tweet here. Yeah, Jeremy Chinn had multiple offers but wanted to join Dan Quinn's defense after seeing his recent success with the Cowboys. You see how bad the Cowboys were in that 2020 season, where Antonio Gibson had 3 touchdowns against the Cowboys. We beat them 41-16 on Thanksgiving. They were a historically bad defense. Dan Quinn comes in to Dallas and turns it around and rights the ship. And a lot of players saw that, and they want to buy in and play for Dan Quinn. So a lot of players are flocking to Dan Quinn, man. 4 seasons with the Panthers, Chinn amassed 4 sacks, 12 tackles for loss, and 2 defensive touchdowns. So good to hear that players are really coming here and choosing other teams, and they really want to be here. So that's a great thing that we haven't seen a lot here in DC for sure. And he's 26 years old, another young guy, 26, a young guy, a lot of upside, untapped potential here with Jeremy Chinn for real. Second round pick, like I said, ran a 4.4 40-yard dash, second round pick, and was very close to winning Defensive Rookie of the Year, right behind Chase Young. So I do want to see some of his strengths and weaknesses coming out of the combine. I know it was a couple years ago, but just to get some familiarity, 41-inch vertical jump. So this guy is an athlete and a half. 41-inch vert is like Vince Carter type. Vince Carter had a 43-inch vertical leap. Speed for sharper pursuit angles, leverages ball carrying against sideline and alley. Bodies up and unfurls length when wrapping up. Aggressive stack and shed to rib blockers as well, so he can get up to after the running back as well and get to the passer. So and rush the passer. So all right, you guys let me know what you guys think. Help the Commanders. Peace.